there
Really?
is a hard timer on the game.
Will is talking about Unite again.
I might play Pokemon Unite now because if it's 10 minutes, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right, let's keep playing the game.
Let's talk about Pokemon Unite, everybody.
No.
That's what I'm saying. They added Tyranitar recently.
Oh my god.
Dude, they really got a based selection of Pokemon. I'm a Rev main.
I'd probably main Jolteon or something like that.
We don't have Jolteon.
You don't
yet,
have Jolteon?
There's Glaceon, Espeon, and Sylveon. The other evolutions will definitely be coming, but the next upcoming characters are Mew, Dodrio, and Scizor.
Where's Alolan Marowak?
We have a Alola Ninetale. There's no Alola Whack.
Alright. I'm never playing this game. Anyway. Read your line.
But hear me out, though. What? You can play Cramorant.
Right, what about Toxapex? Porygon-Z.
Not yet, but actually, I wouldn't be surprised if PZ got added.
They don't have any Pokemon. No Pokemon. They have no Pokemon in this game named Pokemon.
I can run through the list. It's a pretty based list.
No. Let's continue the game.
You can play as Buzzwole. That is the funniest shit.
Buzzwole.
What about
Put Buzzwole on Tuxedo.
what about Stack Attack?
No, this is the only Ultra V so far.
They have no Pokemon.
It's been out for a year. Give them some credit.
There's no Pokemon in this game.
There's Dodrio, Mew, Scizor. There's T-Tar, Buzzwole, Glaceon, Azumarill, Delphox, Espeon, Duraludon, Hoopa, Aegislash, Mamoswine, Greedent, Dragonite, Cramorant, Crustle, Eldegoss, Garchomp, Absol, Gardevoir, Mr. Mime, Gengar, Machamp, Wigglytuff, Charizard, Trev, Serena, Decidueye, Sylveon, Blissey, Cinderace, Lucario, Talonflame, Greninja, Slowbro, Alola Ninetales, Pikachu, Venusaur, Snorlax, and Blastoise.
Right, the only two Pokemon I heard in there was Gengar and Decidueye.
What about Gardevoir?
I only heard two Pokemon. Gengar and
Gardevoir's
Decidueye.
Gardevoir's actually pretty good.
Read your goddamn line.
Oh! I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well.
What was that voice?
I was eating a fry. But then, who is the killer?
Maybe if I called this number 11037, call now.
Let me just put up the phone number of my nearest bakery. Okay, so.
No,
let me put up the social security number of my closest friend.
Let me just put up all the digits of my debit card.
You want can I have the 3 wacky numbers on the back of your mom's credit card?
Yeah,
just for fun.
Who is the killer though? Couldn't be Leon.
It's probably Makoto.
I think it's Hifumi. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Yeah, it's the guy. He's on the right. He's kind of in the back.
He's in the front.
Byakuya.
He's over there. He's in the corner. He's right next to the security camera.
Yeah, I see him. Hifumi, yeah.
I love the Hifumi. Like, you see Mondo's left arm, and then none of Hifumi.
No, you can just see.
Hifumi's doing the hide behind a lamppost thing.
Is everyone ready? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided.
Every school.
Oh, shut up! I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting. Alright, we can talk to people, or we can just click on the elevator. You decide.
Elevator.
Okay, the thing is, we're very behind, and we already know who the killer is.
Yeah, good idea.
So,
Are you scared?
Who's a clown?
no, scared isn't quite right.
You should be. I said it before. It's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself.
Why
My
is she so allergic to helping?
my hands are off, alright? Look, I have a walkthrough. That's no fun. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death.
I mean, you don't.
Tell me,
You
please.
would like to.
I mean, we are going to.
We don't need to. We can just blame Makoto. Game ends there.
Yay!
No, no, no. Hold on. That is
All I'm saying is,
that is
all
an
I'm saying is if you
option.
kill the MC, you win the game faster. That's speedrun strats.
That's just Far Cry.
Alright, Far Cry's fun. I actually like Far Cry.
Sayaka's on it. And she's like,
Never
You
played
realize it's fine, and I know who did it, and it was Leon, right?
You realize
Far Cry.
Leon is the murderer for everybody, right?
And they
I have no evidence, but trust me.
I have no evidence other than his name on the wall.
like,
Source? Trust me, bro.
Please tell me this trial was quick, by the way. I just need to ask anyway.
You're coping? You need to cope?
Yeah. I'm coping about it. Okay. I just need you to lie to me and say, yeah. You can actually just pretty quickly, once you're in there, be like, yeah, so I know who did it. And
In,
through like a 20-minute trial.
In the third game, I believe there's, like, actual ways, if you know the solution to the trial, to skip, like, a lot of parts of the trial. Like, if you know who did it, there's a mechanic to skip parts of the trial.
Why did they wait to the third game to introduce it?
Oh, because it involves lying.
I love lying.
It's basically like options that if you pick a certain option, it lets you skip a lot of dialogue.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there when we get there.
But
I
we
raised
get
my
there.
voice to try and get myself courage. I turned, trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everybody was already in the elevator, but then I finally stepped in. The door is closed, and the elevator started to move. Romeo moved.
Man, I can't wait for you to solve all the puzzles, and I won't help at all.
Steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wondered
This game is for children.
feels when it's finally time to come. I fucked out. Celeste?
Oh, rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further to the bowels of the school. I love
Bowels!
the bowels.
Monokuma, are we in the bowels?
Court. This is a whole ass court below the school.
Yeah. You finally arrived!
With every school.
What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? I've got my throne, and you're in a circle. It's perfect. It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Bollywood? Not even close. It's total shit.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. I put up portraits of the deceased.
Wait, did he?
This is not a joke. This is actually what I did.
We did what he said. Found our seats. Why is he so fucking tall? And why is his hair so pointy?
He's an anime character.
Ah, you're right. You got a valid point. We sit up so that everyone can see everyone else.
Well, hold on, Monokuma. Are you sure we have to stand? Yes, Ben Shapiro. You have to stand this whole time. Damn it.
I gotta ask, what happens if just like a couple students get together, grab a knife. They're like this room is very small, and they're all right next to each other. Like, you could get 4 people dead real quick, right?
Alright, but then they die because then they would have murdered 4 people in front of everyone.
I don't know. If they kill everyone else, they got away with it.
There.
No.
That's a very good point, but
You have to get to get out of the school. You gotta kill people without them knowing that you killed people.
yes.
Yeah, I remember that bit, but it would be so much more fun.
Like Will holds a knife suspiciously close to Taka.
Not suspiciously close. Unless, I mean, you would like to call, like, halfway through him suspicious. I feel like it's pretty conspicuous.
We have footage of you killing them. I don't know. That's suspicious, but it's not for certain that I
don't
killed
know.
them.
I don't think it's conclusive. Like, the name on the wall, how do we know that Makoto just didn't do that?
Where is Leon? Oh, there he is.
Which also
Yeah.
meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease to anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there.
Have you noticed the neurotoxin seeping into the room? It seems you have.
Thank you, Gladys.
No problem.
And so, they current on a first case open.
Oh my god, it's him. It's Mr. Murderer.
It's Mr. Redheaded.
Oh my god, it's the quote that makes no sense that he says because he's an aspiring poet.
Deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal.
That
That doesn't mean anything.
I know!
little deadly defense, a deadly faith. What? Shut up. A deadly class trial. That literally means nothing.
There's nothing dead. Everyone's dead.
Why'd
Should
you
we
save?
tell him?
Why'd you save over the already save file?
Alright, where's my skills?
Let's go.
You have
I have
Melodious.
2 skills.
Melodious.
We got them from Junker. Effective during the bullet time battle.
Yeah.
Run that back.
Oh, there's mini games. There's mini games.
The fuck? I thought we were just persecuting people.
Religious persecution. No, we have to play DDR to prove someone's the murderer.
Imagine if that was actually how people solved court cases today. You had to vote prove your
I mean, have you ever played Ace Attorney? Yeah, I mean, it's not fun.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the. Oh, this is fully voice acted, but it's in a different language.
Yeah, because you chose a different language.
You know what? I can change that right now.
We should have played this game.
Hold on. Oh, I can't change it. Oh well.
That's a skill issue.
You know what? You know what else is a skill issue? I have time powers. Hold on.
I love time powers, batshit.
Bam. We can change it. Wait. Bam. Now we don't have to do any work.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Wow.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened and the
How accurate is my voice for him, by the way?
And the killer really is one of us, right?
9 out of 10.
Well, as someone who regularly listens to Monokuma ASMR, I can accurately tell you that you're
Hold on. Let me turn down the voice volume. It's a little bit too loud.
The monocle.
No, I have no clue what it's supposed to sound like.
You just heard it. Oh,
play
oops.
games-
I accidentally turned
listen to
reset
games
it.
on mute. I have been playing Unite without audio this entire time. Like, I don't know.
The killer really is among us.
Of course.
Okay, everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did
I like my voice better.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they
Okay.
raise their hand?
You do a better crewmate voice.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Boo 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 boo. Boo boo boo. Bum bum. Who's sus?
Yo,
You gonna ask your question?
I'm so
That-
good.
Crap Among Us kind of goes hard. I don't know.
Do boo 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 boo. Boo boo boo.
I'd feel awful if they got
I'm
left out
always
just
saying
because
it.
they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Lewd.
Friendship.
Oh, never mind.
penetrates.
Never mind. I feel bad that I made the same joke as him. That's like shameful.
Okay.
True. I also
What
hate
about
it.
that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
It's for the sequels.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
No.
First up is the case summary.
Future.
Now, let the class trial begin.
That's classic Monokuma behavior.
Oh, anything I found in whatever. No one wants to think about the mental time. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely, since you're gonna be figuring out the solutions.
What's a non-stop debate?
Well, they're gonna explain it. As things progress during each class trial,
Like a Socratic seminar.
you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. It really is, though. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means
This
is
is
that
Ace Attorney.
you'll have to use your truth bullets to
You don't play
refute what they
Ace
say.
Attorney.
No, you have to shoot them. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder.
That's a gun.
Yes. Use the left stick to aim and then fire with the X button. You don't care about that. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the plus button during these arguments, you can review the controls.
Sad.
Well then, good luck and have fun. Anyway, you're figuring out the solutions.
Oh,
I refuse.
no, William.
Evidence
no.
of a struggle.
There was a
It's
struggle.
against my philosophy.
was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
I love Taka.
Sayaka was murdered.
And the murder took place in
Oh, by the way, this game's reticle drifts.
In the
It
bathroom.
was made for Switch.
So it seems most likely that
The
they must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. No, wrong. No, she did.
Which bullet are we gonna make me use?
Pursue someone's life. Within a group, some words appear.
Yeah, the yellow text is the stuff you can shoot at.
Well, she definitely lied there. Or it's not a lie, but it's false.
In a court of law?
Oh, I can speed up by pressing B, since you already know which one it is.
Yeah, so that one's false because it did not take place in the bathroom. It took place in... Objection!
Yeah.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how the room,
Yeah, the whole room was a mess.
with the way things had been damaged. I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Leon and his sexuality.
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Oh.
There's just no way he answered that.
not caught by surprise. He decided to kill it.
She must have been attacked in the main
Must have
room
been
first.
attacked me.
Then
To be
she
random in
ran
the bathroom trying to hide. Yes.
The killer followed her in.
He would follow her and that's what it is.
You don't have to read the things out loud.
I know.
This is going to be drawn out, isn't it?
Yes! Yes, there is!
Take one look at the scene. It says shouldn't even be explained.
Sorry.
Oh wait, is this all voice acted?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's what I just said.
I don't have to read
This
this.
is starting to sound like a real trial.
No, it's dead.
Your life is on the line! It is real. Imagine being at a trial, a murder trial, and you're like, oh, you couldn't figure out who did the murder. I guess the lawyer dies.
Imagine walking into a courtroom and everything is set up like this. Like, the jury is in the ring. The judge
It's an
is standing-
octagon.
Right, like...
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Bro, where I work, there was so much knife violence.
Knife they had on them.
How could anyone do something like that? Son of a bitch.
They did have.
What's the timer for?
Oh, that's if you run out of time, you lose. Alright, well,
Yeah, that feels really unnecessary.
so...
It was a knife. It was a knife.
Wait, where's the focus button?
Well, I guess we should clarify that's not some random knife.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the only weak spot, and we have one bullet.
Alright, I guess. Sure.
Wait, how do I... Oh, there's the focus button. Alright. I forgot which one it was.
What is the focus button?
It lets me slow down time, because I'm a god. Idiot!
That is,
Clown.
that is literally Ace Attorney objection. That's incredible.
I do think it was a knife.
I do think it was knife, but not just any
I'm
knife.
almost positive it
I'll
was a
kid.
kitchen
Yeah, I guess a kitchen
You
knife.
shouldn't say I'm almost positive. That is not good convincing
Discovered that one of
language.
the knives from the
You
kitchen
need to
was
be
missing.
certain.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife. Okay, so
Oh my
Going
god.
to
it's a
attack
kitchen
Mondo.
knife, but where does that get us?
He's trying to bring us off track.
Misdirection.
Right?
Haha!
It's
Misdirection.
Makoto's
That's
room
right, because it was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second. I'm
Dead! I'm the murderer!
Let's get
I'm
the
proof.
after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the
She's like the only smart character in this game.
Average Kyoko making sense.
She's like,
Email.
there's like 2 smart characters in this game, and they're both women.
Wait, who's the other one?
Yeah.
all we want.
Come on. What's wrong with Mondo? He's a
I don't think
genius.
that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
She also knows that, Selena. She has to. Just waiting for us to find. I know damn well I'm not the killer. Yeah, but try to tell everyone else that. Absolutely.
Oh, I already know about this. This is
what
just
happened?
me. That's just on my end.
Oh,
It helps me win the thing.
Right here.
Aoi's account. Wait, what was this one again?
We can check.
There's no question that the kitchen knife was
What was
the
Aoi's?
We're in the middle of active combat in a war zone.
Hello.
And we
Hi.
how Pokemon Unite is fantastic.
Did not come to dining hall at any point while she was there.
Yes, that's the account. We're in the trial now, finally.
The kitchen-
Not particularly. We're just in trial.
But where does that get
Yeah,
us?
okay.
Leon's still the murderer.
Yeah.
Nice breathing into the knife. The mic, not the knife. Well, you gotta see the whole argument first before you go hitting stuff.
Why? This is the first trial. I disagree.
That's bad practice. You gotta let your opponent finish. Nope.
If I
It
let them
loops.
finish,
It's a time loop.
So I guess there's no question that the, where does that
Why would I let them talk? They could convince other people.
Makoto just disagreed with you, Will. How does that make you feel?
Hold on. I didn't
Like I'm still correct because it was Makoto who disagreed.
Fair.
We'll come back when we get to someone who isn't a Nazi.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Man, really breathing right into that mic. Gotta say. Yeah.
Am I breathing the mic?
Yeah.
Oh, heavy.
Straight in.
Sorry.
On his amaranth
You were
shit.
telling me earlier?
The trials can go pretty fast because I don't have to wait for you to voice act.
That's a.
We've already seen this.
They do go fast. If you just wait 5 minutes, you win.
The knife disappeared while you were in the dining
You
hall.
reach the end of the game.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And if anything
Hello.
while you were there,
Anything,
did you ever see
mate.
me come into the dining hall?
What did I miss, by the way?
Nothing.
No.
Alright,
he
good.
definitely
I
wasn't there.
The knife
suspected as much.
disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay. Then what about this? What if the
Oh?
swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other? Idiot swimmer girl!
Nice. Screen cap.
I like
More
her.
importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
I'm
Cash.
I like it.
Cash.
Speaking of which, I'd like to
Catch
ask
these
a favor.
hands.
If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
No!
Give us an-
Murder
Wait,
is
he could give
allowed
us
to have
hints?
an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Right?
Oh,
But what
actually.
if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rules?
Ugh, good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
This
Literally
case.
cheating. Monokuma's literally cheating.
Anyway,
Uh-oh.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take
He
the
just
knife.
gave us an
So I'm not
answer.
the killer.
A hint.
Monokuma's the worst
okay,
judge.
so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way!
That is true, so now the blame's on her.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
She probably can. She can go,
He has the exact voice you would expect.
Yeah.
Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I
Tips
hate to have to
Fedora.
ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's
Me.
right.
Leon.
But then
average murderer intelligence.
True.
Actually, no. Because, well,
just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked.
Oh no, absolute banger coming up from Taka.
Which means we have airtight
Oh,
alibis.
no.
Oh no.
Stayed over?
Airtight
Because we have to abide by one of the
alibis.
school regulations. We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Thank you for
So
reading the
I
rules,
don't think
cheater.
that's a problem.
It is a problem.
Oh my god.
This line is a straight up banger, alright?
The pure boy.
I was about to say,
Fair weather trash.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yo, I love Taka because he's like, oh my god, he's genuinely apologetic for misgendering people.
Taka's assumption, by the way, is just that Sakura's. Okay.
But if it wasn't
I-
either of you, then what other
That's
possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were
Is
there.
it who we think it is?
You're never gonna believe it.
It's gotta be Byakuya.
Please.
Well, because
Please be the person we all want it to be.
Who do you think it is? Place your bets.
Oh
Junko?
god, it's one of them. They're dead. Fuck.
It's
Junko?
It's the blue-haired bitch. What's her name?
Please, Matt.
Okay.
Don't talk about women that way.
I forgot her name.
I think you mean the blue-haired,
Of course you
feminist
have.
icon.
Of course you have blue hair and pronouns.
I imagine that's how Makoto thinks about Sayaka, and Sayaka's just in his head, just like, you realize I'm here, right? Ratio? Yes.
Ratioed by a ghost. Wow, that's brutal.
Later,
Classic.
dead. Oh, it's because she actually left the room, even though we told her not to. Bruh. Wait.
That means they were going for Makoto because he's the
Monokuma!
Sayaka? Wait, she
Who
took the
who
knife?
is it? Who is it?
I mean, it would be Sayaka, yeah.
Wait, it was Sayaka?
That's what they just said! That's what they said! That's what the dialogue said!
Well, why
So
would
that means she might have taken a knife for self-defense and had it used against her.
going to kill Leon, but then Leon took the knife instead?
Alright, well, you figured it out, so I'm gonna push the button.
Yeah.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
Kinda sus! Da-da-da.
Or was she going to kill us?
No.
She didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water.
And then she was like, Makoto would say, this is where I belong.
So wait, I'm
No.
guessing, like, maybe she
Alright.
got, since she was the one who killed, like,
Josh, that one landed. That one landed.
my guess
I
is
got you.
maybe she got the
That was
knife for
good.
self-defense, but it got used on her? That's what it seems to have gone on here.
So she was really disturbed about the video. So either Leon, either she tried to attack Leon, which doesn't make as much sense because it was in the room. So more than likely, I assume she's just taking it for self-defense because she was really freaked out, got followed back, and got stabbed.
Alright, I'm gonna...
She was going to kill herself and then she got caught.
That makes it even sadder. Like, she was actively thinking about, like, how she can defend herself, but she still died.
Leon's like, nah, you gotta see, I gotta get out of here. So if you're on your way out, let me just,
Let me just help you there.
Yeah, I don't think suicide's the answer here, as PogChamp as that be.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
You know, in Minecraft.
No, they know. You can't say it in Minecraft anymore.
Can I say in Sims?
Yeah, no, have you seen the thing with the FBI, like, they know about in Minecraft? I think I've shown you guys this before.
Yeah,
I think I've shown you
I
guys
like saying in Minecraft more.
It's so good.
That's what saying in Minecraft. Here. I guess we should progress. Just so that way I don't have to see Taka's face on the screen.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
Alright, I moved around the overlay a little bit.
Oh? Wait, where's the radiosexual Monokuma?
Same place.
So you're
I just moved it so that we can see
I
the...
forgot about radiosexual Monokuma.
with it.
I just moved stuff around a little bit.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
I'm truing. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I have pretty definitive proof Makoto didn't kill him. It's Makoto. He would lose.
No, you're wrong.
I love how it's
Twist
just
the
freaking out.
argument and send us all off in the wrong direction.
Hold on.
I love the anime.
Just doing that is just
Yeah, that's it. I love the anime. I was about to say, I love the little animation on the image. Just like,
Yeah, I love it. It's just like... I love it. Because...
sound.
Hold on, I have a vine.
You know, I do too. Hang on.
I don't do something. They're going to blame me for the.
Nate, you just shouldn't have done it. Tell you.
Hold on.
There we go.
Too early to decide conclusively
You got that right.
Killer, wouldn't you say?
He has a brain.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare declare that he's the
I
killer.
feel like you A plus
Bewildering.
passed a bit of time.
What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh, Hangman's Gambit. I can't wait for improved Hangman's Gambit in the second game. That minigame is bullshit.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm guessing it isn't actually improved.
Oh no.
God, when I saw that Pros VD video, I thought it was like,
that's improved Hangman's Gambit.
yeah, I was about to say, I thought that was like a joke. Like, I didn't
No,
know it was actually a minigame.
that's literally a minigame.
What the fuck?
But can you spell the word knife?
Yeah, like, I thought that was a joke.
Wait,
All right.
This is a really important phrase. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around the letters already. Wow, that sounds awful.
Yeah. It's actually really easy in this game.
Good, because this minigame sounds terrible.
In this game, you telling me it's harder in other games?
It's basically Hangman, but you shoot letters instead of just saying it.
Are you able to use the mouse or?
No, I'm playing on Switch.
I didn't realize it was on Switch. Yeah, I guess so.
So we just do.
Yeah, it came bundled with the game where they all wear swimsuits for the whole game.
Do we just spell out Leon's name?
Nice, Josh.
I like how you said it came bundled with that and not the other way around.
That's true. It's actually pretty fun. And the like events that are in the game are really funny sometimes. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. He's thinking.
Why is Hifumi so mad?
Madge.
Huh?
What word is this?
Hero? No. Him? Wait, what's the...
H-I-R-U...
Is the... Shoot down the
Oh,
orange.
we know where I is.
H.
Alright, you told me to hit H.
Huh? A?
Hold on,
Josh,
there are other letters that appear.
Just
Hey.
do it, Josh. You don't need to.
A?
No, they're solving the puzzles.
R.
Hair.
Yeah, hair. Me blank.
Now I understand.
No, that's wrong.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit
Oh,
removed
yeah,
some
we talked
evidence?
about this in the beginning.
Oh right, yeah, the weird neurotic bullshit.
Yeah, well, he's also the only redhead on, like, the...
Oh, wait. It's about to be a banger.
Oh no.
It would be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone removed any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
No.
I'm going to shoot myself.
I told you it was a banger.
Celeste, what the fuck?
That makes sense, does it not?
You fucking bitch. There was to remove any evidence other than, the dead body.
There's a lot of hair on top of that dead body, that's all I'm saying. They didn't remove that.
That's...
Imagine you kill a dead body, you don't move it in any way. You just remove all the hair from the corpse, so there's no hair in it.
Killer got rid of it all.
Leon, why wasn't there any hair on the ground? Really?
Leon, the only redhead.
Yeah, like, he asked that, like, are you trying to get caught, my dude?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's pretty desperate for it. He's been trying his best all trying.
Kyoko, of course, being respectful of the killer's they-them pronouns.
Then that means...
Average Kyoko
Simply
Pikachu.
beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Kyoko knows that Leon is actually non-binary, despite the fact that Leon does not know that. Just like Kyoko knows things about you that you don't even know.
Egg.mp4.
The killer isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Screenshot.
Do you remember
Who
when
should have
Makoto
killed
asked
Kyoko?
about the bathroom at the
Yes.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom.
Yeah. Then they
I wonder
ran
if she
after
dies
her,
next just
got
because
into
she's
the
the only character
bathroom,
here
and
with any
stabbed her.
intelligence.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Her baby Makoto student trial.
Well, you got 3 minutes to tell me which of these.
I gotta stop reading this.
We have 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Well, I mean, it's kind of. I imagine it's the doorknob, yeah?
Okay. Well, any objections to doorknob?
No. No objection.
I got it.
I got it.
You got it.
Objection.
Into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
It has
Yes.
voice acting.
What
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the
Look
doorknob.
at my bathroom.
All
It's
doors have
completely
doorknobs.
broken. See how the top
I'm
part
saying it
is
has voice
unscrewed?
acting. That means we're probably
The
right.
doorknob's about ready to fall off.
That is true. If there's no voice acting, it means you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like it tells you after.
What does
Wrong,
it mean?
because
Yeah.
you
Trying
don't
to
progress.
bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Yo, if you get it wrong though, Makoto yicks out entirely.
This is
I should
another
probably hide my
bewildering
anime
act
figure
for the
before
room's
that
owner.
or something.
It
Wait,
proves
have you
Makoto
seen the
was
thing where they
beyond
patched the
suspicion.
game?
You should hide it
Patched
before.
Yick? Have you seen the thing that they
Even
patched?
Please.
Have you seen the thing that they patched Y2K to have less dialogue?
They patched it so that Alex doesn't speak.
Yeah, they actually did that. Where he speaks less.
Bro, I would love for a patch of Danganronpa where you can just
You
pick
not know?
characters that don't just to not have dialogue.
Oh my god, he doesn't know about Y2K.
I posted Alex Yick in the
Yeah, Alex
already.
I
Yick.
have no idea what that is.
Oh my god. Oh, you.
All right, we can't get into Yick. We
Yeah, that
can't
is a
do it.
whole tangent. That
We
is a
can't do
whole ass
Yick.
tangent.
We've had several tangents.
What it? All right,
You don't
here's.
understand. That is a fucking literally like hours long rabbit hole.
Do we just want to play Yick on stream?
I have no idea what that is. I just need to be
Wait, can
told
we
what the
play
face is.
Y2K on stream? Wait, yeah, no, don't tell him anything. We should play it on stream. That would be
I
amazing.
don't want to play Yick. I don't want to play it.
Please, that would be so funny.
I'll consider it.
Postmodern RPG.
It's really bad. That's all you really need to know.
This looks like every RPG ever.
It's one of those like Earthbound inspired indie RPGs, you know, but it's really bad. It's like, oh, so much. I mean, they might have fixed it in a recent patch, but it's at least when on release, it was so bad. Like this is once again, this is an entire rabbit hole. Like there are multiple like 6-hour fucking video essays on YouTube. This game is a fucking rabbit hole with no end. It is not worth getting into right now.
White man has been here. How can you tell? Video essay.
I've been watching.
Not actually 6 hours. It's like 3. But their point is there are a lot of things. There's a lot to talk
You
about.
gotta understand, I watched a 2-hour video a couple nights ago on a conspiracy that Izzy from Total Drama Island wasn't actually crazy. I got
Okay,
time.
whatever. Let's just continue, please.
No, I just link me a good video essay.
Okay.
Wait, why is that
Let's
nerdy
take
girl
another look at
blushing?
how the incident unfolded.
Oh, I can do that.
Hopefully that
The
will
nerdy
help
girl
you
was
understand.
blushing.
Oh yeah, she has mental health issues. Let's just say that.
Does she have the hots for Leon?
No.
Oh, because she's doing a lot of defending.
I mean, she's just reached her conclusion that Makoto is it. So, like, the defense she's doing is that it's Makoto Sumo. Reason I preconceived this conclusion.
Absolutely.
From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. You have to actually think to solve the puzzle.
I refuse.
Sometimes I will give you the answer if the puzzle solution is stupid enough, but that only happens a couple times.
I would never want.
Well, like, if you're like, they did this, and it's like, it's actually this, which is essentially what you said, but stupider, then I'll give it to you. You'll have to lie on logic, truth, and knowledge.
Logic. Oh no. Oh no, it's investigation. It's a dirty investigation.
Bathroom door frame. Yo, how'd you know about my ska band?
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
This music.
Yeah, the music is fire.
To try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
Alright. Where do I shoot the bullet?
So what? There were two there.
I believe there were two.
Yeah, so there was she had locked it and then
Took place in
in our
Makoto's room. Sayaka was
So this is the first one. Do you have any problem with that?
She then fled into the bathroom.
No, I mean that's accurate.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Do you have any problem with that?
I mean, that
No.
was
Sayaka had locked it.
Do you have any problem with that?
Right.
This?
Yeah, because remember
Yeah.
because remember, it's not that the door is locked, it's that it got stuck easily, remember? Because the door
Yes.
didn't function properly.
True.
Yeah, the door didn't lock. That had to be it. Because the other ones are just objectively facts. That one isn't.
She then fled into the bathroom.
True.
The baby.
Baby spitting.
Guess we're going with locked it.
I'll be quieter now, okay. Yeah, cool.
Alex Yick.
The reason
I'm
the
yicking
door
out.
didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Why didn't your
Yeah,
Why
because
is it not say
Monokuma
yes
fucking
twice in the
Because
text?
it's stuck.
I'm yicking out.
What are you talking about?
That's so wizard, Ba.
That's so wizard.
My bathroom door
I'm
doesn't fit in
always
the frame quite
being
right.
a wizard.
Yo, Goldilocks in the bathroom.
What?
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
I'm true.
This toilet seat heater isn't quite right.
Monokuma gonna test it. Yeah.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student. But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
So the reason
This
the door
man who
didn't
did
open
that.
was just because it was stuck.
Yeah, you're the one that did it, Monokuma.
Who gave him that room?
Yeah.
The
Don't make
killer
a jack.
didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the
Does
doorknob to
Monokuma
get in.
hate Makoto
Okay,
Sanatsu?
But then why
Is
would
that
the
what we've
killer
learned
even
from
think
this?
the door was
Monokuma
locked in
base.
the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Why is Makoto thinking so hard about it? It's his bloody room. I mean,
Which one of these?
we know where it took place just because you can just click. I just said it took place in his room.
Yeah, so the killer didn't know it took place in his room.
The killer
'Cause he was-
must have realized that
Because
it
they
was
switched
my
the
room.
nameplates, right?
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Leon just like pulls out his phone and is like, yo, Google Maps, where am I?
Leon pulls out his GED and was like, isn't that inconceivable? You know?
Also, once again, the portrait's vibrating again.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It shows that it's intense.
It's so funny.
Yeah, you'll get over it eventually.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by
The
force
murder,
or
the murder,
simply
that
by
was
accident.
necessary.
But the killer must have been
The
considerably
murderer
confused,
murdered the
with
murderer.
no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is...
Yeah, you knew the trick to open it, and so did Sayaka.
So the killer
What?
would have to be
But
someone
what
who
if
didn't know they
you knew
switched
that
rooms?
and then
Makoto
you busted it
could
down?
have done it.
But then the
Because you knew it, so you could say that in a court of law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then who did do it?
Well, that's the question there, isn't it? Except I know the answer. It's Leon.
I also know the answer.
It's a Leon Skennedy.
I'm sorry.
Skennedy.
I give up.
Skennedy.
Quit without saving.
I
Yeah,
quit.
anyone get that reference?
He shoots himself live.
It's just that.
Sorry, I give up. Quit without saving. Just the idea of that. Like, it's horrible, but hilarious.
Average shit.
Suicide funny.
What happens if we
Especially if
decide on who we think
Or if he just does like the fade out of existence, like the quit without saving.
Yeah, that one image of like that one image of like the black dude just vanishing.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No, Taka.
You really think that's a good idea?
I like how Leon's like, I could totally get away with it like this, but that's so dumb, I have to object.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. So let's
I like how Taka's like, well, we don't know, so we're just gonna play Russian roulette. Majority vote.
Yo, Russian roulette? Spoilers.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions?
Audibile
It does
momento.
not matter how trivial
No, it's a Danganronpa 2 memento.
We have not really got to the core of the hair thing yet.
Oh,
It's literally the topic of conversation, and they're just like, here, what if we just start shooting?
just no one have,
As a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so,
when mommy and daddy love each other very much,
No, stop.
what happens? No one's ever finished.
Toss happens.
Room in the first place.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all
Okay,
unpickable.
why do I keep hearing
That's not how
Japanese
locks
voices
work.
from one of you?
It's
That's
Matt.
not how locks work.
No,
You can't just make a lock that you can. Hold on, that's not how locks work.
You're doing weird shit.
No,
can't just
it's
make-
Genshin Epic.
That's not
There are locks that are technically unpickable.
Yeah, but like, these are just normal locks, from what I understand, right? Just like really good normal locks. That's not actually how locks
You
work.
understand? You understand? Monokuma only invests in that good product.
Now, Monokuma is a modern marvel. You think he can't get good locks?
Shut the fuck up.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
But what if it was?
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Yo, he is almost as annoying as Taka. That's incredible.
Not British people. don't have rights.
Oh, well, okay. Okay, maybe he's a bit cooler than we thought then.
No, he said non-British people.
Oh, wait, never mind.
He's British. We decided this because he doesn't trust the Fae. All right.
Okay,
So.
What was the question?
Oh, the toolkit. Right.
I have
Well, let me see if I can remember. You're on the stream. There's a delay.
It's not that much of a delay. Here, you know what? Hold on. Let me quickly go to the VOD.
The VOD that doesn't exist.
It does. What?
Oh, how did they get into their room?
Yeah, that's what we're doing, Hunter. Toolkit, right?
How they got into their room?
Wait, no, the toolkit was in the room. I don't know.
Wait, so what, I mean... Switching rooms just convicts us, right? Yeah.
You could try it.
No, don't.
Hey, you have multiple try.
Josh says saying it's the right answer.
All I'm saying is that this is an option. It's relevant.
I think it's toolkit. I feel like it might be the toolkit.
Yeah, do you want to run through these options one more time quickly? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree. I think the toolkit makes the most sense.
Hey, I made 0 assertions.
I think that should be Harry, and if not, we can do switching rooms. If it's not correct.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, maybe not. Okay, what is it? Then I have no idea.
I don't know what the question.
All right, we can look.
Why didn't you do this before?
Oh, because it was impossible. This is the question.
The reason there's no way Sayaka invited her killer into the room. I mean, her blatant paranoia. But okay.
I have no idea. Like,
hold on. We can... So,
Josh.
why don't we show people to the room? I mean, I assume it does be switching rooms, because I don't think anyone...
Yes, because if you look, this has the paranoia inside of it.
Oh, thank you. That's the shit I was talking about.
I don't remember
I was
everything.
already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first
You ever
place.
nair with the C-stick in Smash? That's abysmal.
Wow, is this how you see me? Nice.
Nice.
Rip the...
Matt, stop playing Genshin.
I just can't believe she would
What the fuck?
You can't stop me.
We can. You have to pay attention.
No, okay, I've got an easy solution. We certainly ban.
My dad was saying.
Yeah, I feel like that's a reasonable reaction to someone playing Genshin Impact.
It is. I don't know what to tell you. It's just he's committing grand mistakes.
I'm muted. No, I'm muted because my dad came through the door, so I was talking to him.
Why would she lie about
Did
something
you move
like
your
I know you don't want to
Did I
hear
move?
it, but look at this
Did you move
and
the,
tell me,
the figure?
Moved it. I
still
moved it.
deny the possibility?
Okay, did you move the body pillow too, or did you get that one?
Well, you guys. No one's supposed to know about that, Will. My body pillow.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait,
I
body
thought you
pillow?
told people. I thought you told people.
It's a bit.
You one of me as a gift.
Okay, let's just continue, please.
Be a matter of being engaged right now. Come on.
If I want a body pillow, it's gonna be a body pillow of Josh.
Dear Leon.
Bottom video. Pillow of Junko. I do not know.
Of Junko.
Dear Leon, there's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Dear Leon. Hi, Leon. Leon. I'm writing this letter to Leon. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
He's a detective.
It can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap. I'd better make sure I rip the paper out before I use
I
it
love her
now.
so much.
It's
She
a
has.
pretty old-fashioned technique.
She is just.
but
She has
even the
got such
process can
happy
be
energy.
surprisingly useful
Yeah.
Also, I love her being like, I better rip that up next time. Like, what, you plan to commit any crimes, Owie?
I better dispose of the incriminating evidence when I do my crime that I'm planning.
Worst murderer.
I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto.
Fine,
did you
Sayaka.
write this?
I mean, couldn't you just make us like write something and figure out what the right handwriting is?
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible
Oh,
signature.
alright, guess that made.
Okay, so she did cover. I was like, mate, there's a signature on it, please.
Yeah. It also says. It also says, "Dear 11037." Who could that be?
I just have no idea.
But it's upside down for some reason.
All my homies type
She
swoosh on their
must have slid it
calculators
under their
now.
door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
Wait, so she wanted to meet Leon?
Yeah.
She was going to kill Leon.
Sensation. What young man could resist?
And Leon just rolls her. I don't know what to say. Crumples, even, you could say.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did,
What kind of shirt is Leon wearing?
What is your accent?
Well, you see. Do you want me to explain? Or do you want me to leave the spoilers?
Leave the spoilers. Oh, if there's
Leave
spoilers,
the
leave the
spoilers.
spoilers.
It just sounds like they put like 4 European accents together. I don't know.
Would you like to
If the spoiler, then don't tell me.
Very well then.
Wait, it's a spoiler to know what her ethnicity is?
Yes. It is in fact a spoiler.
I'm guessing she's putting on a fake accent then, if it's a big spoiler.
Let's just continue. Let's just...
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes, we switched rooms, technically,
No,
in game.
the place they were asked to come to.
As to come to.
It specifically
Well,
said
we swapped
my
nameplates, so we shoot this here, because I think we have evidence for that.
So
So
if
someone read that note.
We just shoot on the
They
last
would,
one.
yeah, wait, they would have gone to say, yeah.
Exactly.
Yo,
The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
You guys are really paying attention.
yeah, we just shoot where I said, right?
I mean, I'm
Where? Tell me when it comes up.
Sayaka and Makoto
Yeah.
switched rooms,
It's the one after this.
The my room?
The place they were asked to come, it specifically
Yeah,
said
it's
my
Shoot this? Everyone agrees?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have anything to say here. I'm unsure.
I mean, yeah, and then we just do the switch nameplates, right?
Yep. Nope, it wasn't that. Okay.
Really? Because I feel like that's a reasonable point to mention that.
Oh, remember I put the logic difficulty on mean.
Place they were asked to come
But we
to.
haven't even gotten to that part yet.
This is my room.
But that is logic.
So if someone
Read that
Can you
note.
speed through this dialogue at all, by the way?
On Sayaka.
This is the last one.
Thank.
Do you want me to shoot it?
Yes, you should.
Alright.
Shoot the last one?
Yes, the last one has to be shot. This is not the first one, it's not the second one, this has got to be the third one.
Oh no, chipmunk.
We didn't do the first one.
Hey, it's Fred.
I don't think that's the first one. Sorry.
No, that's wrong.
Oh wait, because remember the thing switched?
Rooms got switched.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to attack. Stop playing.
Like the Nintendo Switch that I'm playing on.
That's right.
Like, genuinely, this is actually a Nintendo Switch that I'm playing on. Like, I could technically get, like, a PSP which was what this game was on originally, or Vita or something. But no, this is genuinely a Nintendo Switch.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually
Night-night.
had Makoto's name. And the
I'll go to
nameplate
bed
on
soon.
Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying
That's a
is the room
classic.
Sayaka was staying in
Sayaka was staying in was actually
marked
marked
as
as her room. Yes, for some reason.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
I
Plus,
totally
the rooms are
forgot
right
the room
next to each
switch.
other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Well,
So wait.
if you've got this all figured out, why don't you just tell me?
Okay.
Did Sayaka
then
switch
who
room?
did it?
Leon.
I mean,
The nameplates.
I almost said the killer because it's the option that popped up first. But Makoto just said he didn't do it, and it doesn't make sense for the killer to do it. So
Yeah, why would the killer do it? The killer wouldn't have known to do
All
it.
right.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching
Yeah,
rooms.
see? The killer
Yeah,
was
no,
The
that makes a lot
only
of
other
sense.
person besides me who'd even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
she mentions the nameplates.
5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Why
Oh.
5?
Sayaka was trying to kill him, and he killed her in self-defense.
It also
And
said
she,
it.
and the reason she was doing this because she was trying to frame Makoto.
She would
That's
only
what's
have
going
done
on
that if
here.
She knew the nameplate.
I couldn't imagine Sayaka ever doing that. Though.
But why would she switch them in the first
Most sane person.
She wanted
Never had a yandere smile.
also hide the fact
Never
that
ever.
Makoto's room.
What?
Yeah, no, she was.
Dude, she
She
broke
was
down most after seeing that video.
Oh my god! Wait. So I remember earlier that either she's going to get killed or she was gonna try to kill someone. I was right both ways.
Yes.
There's only 2 options.
I am the smartest person alive.
It's literally kill or be killed in this
There's
universe.
literally only 2 options.
There are 2 options. You are correct.
You did name both options and went, damn, she did one of both options.
I said I predicted that she was going to be the next person to either kill or get killed.
I just realized she was going to pin the blame on Makoto. Because
Yes.
Oh my
We
god.
discussed that.
That's what I was saying.
So there is technically a third option. There is technically a third option, which is survive, but you know.
Whatever, just continue. Yeah, exactly. There's a third option, which is that she survives.
Which clearly wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen. I'm sorry, Makoto's the only one making it out, man.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Thank you, Mondo.
Thank you, Mondo, for being base.
The killer is the killer! Of course!
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps
No,
used
duh.
during
It
the
was on the
fight?
floor.
Oh yeah.
I'm always
What's
a
the deal with
replica
that
sword.
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break
I actually feel
Sayaka's
bad
right
for
wrist.
Leon now, because Leon
How
was
the hell
just
could you possibly
self-defending
know that's
himself.
what broke her wrist?
I mean, he could have just been like, I'm leaving, and scooted.
She probably locked the door on him.
You can unlock the door when you're on the inside.
You know, I feel like it's hard to unlock a door when someone's trying to kill you.
Yeah, John. You see?
What do you mean? Just do it. 5 Just die.
The reason Sarah was broken with the fake sword is because... Oh, go back up, Sakura.
Does anyone have any disagreements?
Wait, well, that's
I did not
that's,
get the question.
You know, that's kind of dumb.
Well, the reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because Sayaka's wrist.
You know, that's
I mean,
that cannot be it. Wait, no, actually, no, yeah, literally at the injury location.
Okay, so we
I
gotta
gotta say that. I mean, that feels correct.
So we
Her
gotta
Okay,
wrist
my
would
bad.
be proof about her wrist.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become
See?
pretty clear. Right there where her
The
wrist
sword
is
was the
all
glittery
swollen.
part.
There's something glittery there. See?
There's something
That
glittery.
came off on
See?
everything.
See, I
It
was
sure
right.
is. Specifically, the gold coating from
Matt,
the
I couldn't
replica
imagine
sword.
you would be
You
correct.
barely have to touch that stuff,
I'm smart
and it'll stick
sometimes.
right to you. And there's some on her wrist because
I'm impressed. The 1% hit rate goes hard.
Right there on her wrist.
Thank you, Taka.
Cha 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 cha.
And so the truth draws
the
even
truth
closer.
draws ever closer.
Shut up.
Then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Yes, are we gonna finally say who it is?
No, that'd be the.
Oh, a bit more to learn? Absolutely.
Are you sure? Please, are we close, Josh? Are we close?
I think we're halfway, maybe halfway through.
Halfway?
Multiple truth bullets in your truth cylinder.
Yep.
Really, this feels like it's gone pretty well. So it feels like they would never extend it. Surely.
They would never extend it. William about Danganronpa. Surely.
Surely.
So you have to get the right bullet and the right weak spot, or you do it wrong. The L button.
I love bullets. That chest. You just left and rejoined.
Sorry, I left and rejoined because on my phone because I have to use the restroom.
Oh, mate, we don't need to hear that.
So here's our 3 bullets.
Grab the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based
Okay, I'm not
sneak
gonna.
That's what broke Miss
Okay,
Mizono's
yo,
wrist.
can you get the truth bullets out the way? Holy shit, I'm trying to watch the thing.
Grab the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
Can you speed through it so we can watch it from the top?
When the culprit turned in,
I'm not gonna understand.
exactly what happens.
Okay.
Alright,
When the fighting broke out,
fight broke out.
the culprit grabbed the sword.
You can
Are you gonna repeat everything he
That's when the
says?
first blow
you can
was
speed
dealt.
it up a little bit.
I don't have control over the speed of the speed up.
A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
It was not a sword. It was not a sneak attack though.
She tried to
The
fight
sword was
back.
used as a defense mechanism.
They're saying, well, they're assuming that the killer attacked her.
Grabbed the kitchen knife to get it away, and then the culprit took that from her.
So we can take a look at what these
Yeah,
bullets
what-
say.
What do the truth bullets say? Swords used first, and then the kitchen knife. Alright.
All right, so we have replica sword, replica
What does it say
sword
about the
sheath.
That's like. I don't know why it's separate evidence.
This is from the gym.
Found some distance from the sword itself, and it shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. So,
The
it shows
sword?
evidence of being scratched with the knife.
Yes.
Yes. So what does that mean?
I mean, that just means it was. I mean, that means it was probably used in self-defense, because
It wasn't a
otherwise you would have scratch marks on the. You wouldn't have it on the sheath unless it was used to block something. Because you would pull the sword from the sheath, logically.
So that means the first one's a lie. The first one's false. Do we all agree on that?
What's the first one?
It's a sword-based sneak attack.
Yeah.
That's when the first blow
I don't know if the game. This feels like.
sneak attack.
I'm down to do this. This feels like one of those like Ace Attorney, where it could be correct or it could be wrong because the game wants you to jump in somewhere else. But logically, it makes sense.
Actually, no.
Did we get it correct?
I don't think the fight started with the sword.
There's dialogue, so yes.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp. You mean
Thank you,
like a
Chuck
kitchen
Sparrow.
knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
I'm working Friday and Saturday. Pain.
Slow down.
Oh, I
and
don't work
explain it
tomorrow.
So I
Let's
get
go.
what the hell's going.
If the sword was used first,
Oops.
there wouldn't be any explanation. For
Yo,
the
Will,
sword
I
being
got
sheathed.
$20 in tips for my
If you
first
were
hour
going to
or two at
attack with
work
the
today.
sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's
It was
true.
cash
With the
money.
sheath on, it'd be heavy and
Nice.
bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so
How did the sheath get damaged? With the knife!
If they
My
got
dear
attacked with the
Hifumi.
kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive
I love how
implement.
Kyoko is the
Knife's
only one that
tension,
actually
there
speaks
wouldn't be any
reason.
time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend
Yes.
against an attack from the knife?
which means whoever had the kitchen knife is the one who attacked
Which was
first.
Sayaka.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The
That
culprit
means
came
Leon
in,
was the one that
found the
actually
kitchen
used
knife
it as
hidden there
self-defense.
somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then
Or who
when I
knows?
broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all.
Is murder.
There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I don't like the phrasing of that last sentence.
Certain part of her body.
I mean, her palms. I mean, that one's on.
Her broken wrist.
Is it her
Her
palm?
broken wrist is also.
You can't wield a sword when your wrist is broken.
That's true. But like the glitter was beyond.
Josh was joking.
Their palms would have had glitter on
Yeah,
them.
like her broken wrist is actually like a valid answer there.
No, because the wrist was broken after the sword. If
Yeah.
by that logic, the wrist would be broken after the sword got taken from her.
Yes, and we're trying to prove that she never had.
No, you see what I'm saying now?
We're trying to prove that she doesn't have it, which she wouldn't have it
Look,
if her wrist
I'm not
got
going
broken
to.
by it.
It doesn't make sense. I don't feel like arguing right now. Let's just continue.
It makes exact sense.
And you missed zero. You missed nothing of importance. A dialogue was playing that whole time, and you missed nothing of importance because you already figured out the whole thing, so that you didn't need to listen to them explain it.
Yeah. Yes. Easy call. Whoa.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because, maybe because she died. You know?
Dead men don't wash hands.
Do we know the water was off? Is that?
I will tell you, yes, the water does turn off.
Oh. Okay. When?
Nighttime.
Okay, water was off.
Well, that's when the murder happened, so the water was off, yeah?
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words,
Objection.
at nighttime.
Quick, someone update the
The water in
autopsy
the
so it
bathroom
fits their
shuts off
argument.
at nighttime, right?
Actually, gumfuck.
Ed Gworth.
I love that video.
Gross. Gross. He hasn't taken a shower either, probably.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Donkey!
Okay, for once, based Toko. For once.
Yo, Toko's always based.
No.
I was 100% going to kill someone. Or at least insecure woman. I don't know.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means
Shut the fuck
Killer
up.
is the only
Because the only one who used the sword.
But hold on. That's right.
One who damaged the kitchen knife was Sayaka. Yes.
Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
The killer, easy clap.
She had the kitchen knife?
Yeah. Someone had to have it explained to them, aka Makoto.
But we already said that the attack
I
started
see
with...
why this is gonna take a while
person
because
with the
now we
knife
basically have
attacked
to
first,
switch the plot
and the
point to
sword was
Sayaka
used
was
as
the
an
one that wanted to
impromptu
kill
defense.
in the first
Yep.
place.
That means Sayaka's the murderer. Easy clap.
Oh my god, for a second I thought I saw a character from the second game on screen, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is that you, Nagito? No, it turns out it was just Makoto.
I mean, that's the protagonist from the second game, right?
No, Nagito is not the protagonist. I need to make that clear.
No, I think you should say he is the protagonist, just so the people in the know get tilted.
That's right, he's the protagonist.
No,
Easy clap.
we've already ruined the bit at this point, but okay.
No, far from it. It's
Almost as if she had been planning to commit a murder of her own. That's what she did.
Yo, if
I love his
attacking someone with a
expression.
knife, possible.
The angle, like, from below him, like...
And it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Sakura's voice was just, they did her no favors.
I think she got a few favors with that voice.
Her voice is good.
I disagree. It brings me pain to listen to.
Not as much pain as the voice for Saphira from the Aragon
Takes, my man.
the Aragon audiobook.
W takes.
Sure.
The Aragon audiobook, they gave Saphira a Yoda voice, and I hate it.
Where did this come from?
Why would you listen to an audio?
Because we're sponsored by Audible, www.getfuckingbooks.com.
What a fantastic product, and you can get 10% off.
By saying, we're not sponsored, you dumb fuck, on audible.com.
Slash code 1 to 0.
Put in code 11037 to get 0% off an audiobook at audible.com.
The title of this episode just be, this episode is not sponsored by Audible.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get
Imagine if we actually did get sponsored by Audible. That would have been a like 100% awesome tie-in.
That would have been a great segue.
Yeah.
Why would you listening to an audiobook? Because I got 10% off using code.
On Audible.
Have we used 11037 as an episode title yet?
I used 11037 more like 58008. I used that.
Can we call this one like just code 110?
Use the code 11037.
Be titled, "This episode is not sponsored by Audible."
No.
But that's just not true.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We're also sponsored by King Boney's, the best pizza.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cut.
The best fries.
Thank you.
I am, though. I'm...
recognizing Makoto would lose to anyone.
I
like how he's defending you, but it's worded as an insult.
Oh no, that's a Byakuya classic.
That's an average Ben Shapiro moment.
No. Byakuya, I think I hate him, but I have to admit that he's somewhat well written. He was intended to be a dickhead.
I mean, obviously, I can tell. Who would give a character that wasn't intended to be a dickhead this design in this voice?
Actually, there are characters like that.
She was the ultimate pop
She was the ultimate pop sensation.
Oh, I thought Pop Rocks gave you the ultimate pop sensation.
A totally forgettable kid. Oh.
Goku's just preying on your downfall. I don't know what to say.
Holy everyone's now like, oh my god.
Screen cap.
Please make that the thumbnail
learns the
and
Yakuza.
then add in a block text, just a block of text that says, "Oh shit, I used code 110."
oh shit, I just used code 11037.
I just need
Makoto, please.
Oh shit! I just used
And Sayaka's
37 to get 10% off, and then it doesn't finish.
Makoto, please. Don't let the simp overtake you.
yeah, and then Sayaka in his head is just like, no, I did it. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Makoto is a simp.
Oh my god, actually, this bit about Sayaka's head just got so much funnier. I just realized that.
Because of the wonderful things he does. Hey, you guys are dumbasses.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide.
Monokuma, please.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
This completely arbitrary time limit I put on that I explained to no one, and I'm just a huge asshole.
That I explained to no one and just decided now exists.
Yeah, I just got bored, and I figured, hey,
Look, let's just...
Right now, you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yeah,
I can't imagine any kind of defining evidence we found at the scene of the crime.
there's nothing left.
literally, the hair!
Not even...
We didn't even discuss the writing on the wall.
Yeah, nothing. Makoto, use code 11037 at the US FBI database to get murder evidence. 10% off.
I hate you.
I love this game.
It's a really fun game.
This is annoying because there are multiple things this could be.
Hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
There just aren't any more clues.
There's just none. I couldn't think of it.
So these are the ones we've got.
Josh Judy, O's account, dying message.
Die!
Message, definitely.
All right.
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
All right. It's the repeat text.
Yeah, which one? Both of these would work. Like, I guess just review evidence. Would you agree with me on that, or?
This one.
All right.
Wait, I'm sure.
We just.
I heard Matt say this one, so I clicked buttons.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
No, I'm inclined to agree. It's like we literally do have another.
There are
concept.
two.
Yeah.
There are two clues. You fucking.
They already did the hair.
They didn't go over it.
They went over it enough.
She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
They went over it satisfactorily. I couldn't imagine any other information possible to extrapolate from that hair.
There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
I wonder.
You know how you know? It's because that's 7. It's just written wrong.
Can we really be sure that
It's just
Sayaka
not a
is the
7.
one who wrote
Upside down. 7.
I mean, no, it's not slanted. It's straight.
Oh yeah, the index finger. Yeah, because she had blood on her finger.
All right.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only
Music
be
line.
because she used that finger to write the message.
I see.
Pink blood
Broke her right
base.
wrist during
I
the
mean, they're
fight,
gonna figure
so
out
she'd
that it
have
was
to use
written
her left
upside
hand
down.
to
I
write.
also believe pixie sticks.
I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But what the heck do those numbers mean?
It's a code for 10% off of a book.
Coming, but still.
Her dying breath was used to get you this fantastic deal at audible.com.
Oh right.
Get 10% off if you like Sayaka.
This is probably
no.
the funniest translation issue I've ever seen.
So Will, we have to agree. We were gonna do a like ethnic heritage revealed thumbnail for this one, and it's gotta be Leon is an audible shill? Question mark. And then
Wait, no. Mondo, right? Was it Mondo who said, "Oh shit," and then it says, "Oh shit, I could use code 11037 for 10% off." And then
And just the title is just "This is not sponsored by Audible."
no, it's
That's amazing.
Chihiro,
Mondo ethnic heritage revealed.
You should know all about numbers and shit.
Numbers and shit?
You gotta understand.
Programmers are so good at going to the toilet.
With manure.
No, that's not. Yes, I'm a programmer, but
Oh
I
my
don't
god,
see any kind of
Chihiro,
meaning in these
please.
numbers.
Please,
Of
Chihiro.
course. It's because they're not.
Thank you.
See, she has a brain.
Literally the only character to view the crime scene from the ceiling. Giga Shed.
I feel like Kyoko was made by a completely different developer who
Kyoko was written by a...
Like
Also, once again, the shaking portrait.
Like Danganronpa was actually just made by 12 individual people who made their own characters.
It wasn't made by 12
and they put in like the Hunger Games simulator.
Wait, no, it wasn't made by 12 individual people. It was made by 11 monkeys and one person.
Don't these 211 look less like two numbers and more like a letter?
Yes, it's an N.
The connecting line is barely there.
It's an N.
So I assumed it was one
Freaking
one.
N. You imbecile.
Now, you could also read it as an
Oh
N.
my god, finally.
Use code Noel.
Alright,
No,
so quick
wow. Oh no.
Might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Mondo is proud of his daughter.
The going crazy cells are really getting excited now.
Please die.
No, Taka first. Taka first.
Doesn't make any
Alright.
more sense than
Flip it around again.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
It's no use!
I wanna die. I wanna die.
180 degrees.
Thank you.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, you
Hold
got-
on, I need to flip my switch around.
You have any of those truth bullets left?
El
Yo,
Gato.
Josh,
Jarvis.
you lost signal.
Okay.
Oh, no, I did it on purpose. I picked my switch up
Yeah.
out of the
You
dock.
deserve it.
I still don't see it.
I'm gonna shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna take one of those fucking truth bullets, my dude. Okay.
Huh?
Cell plus ratio.
Rotate it?
I think maybe I.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I wanna die.
Just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
Oh my god.
Whose name did she write?
Yes, please.
I like how we got through the entire trial in one session. I mean, I already know you know who the killer is.
We know who the killer is.
Okay,
It's Toko!
It's easy.
Just
It's
click
just
on
an
Leon.
easy Taka.
Let's just stop it with a bit. Leon,
Just accuse Taka.
No, please don't.
I will accuse him for any reason at every opportunity.
Leon.
Finally, we did it.
That's a 7 though. I don't know.
Or more accurately.
It's not more accurate.
What? Don't worry, there's still like another like 20 minutes of trial.
We
I'm going to die.
yay.
Why? I'm going to die. No, well, we have to go back to the head.
Coincidence.
Random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No.
I'm going to shoot myself.
Wiggles? Those lines are straight AF, my man.
You're gonna quit without saving?
She wrote that message on the wall.
I'm gonna quit without saving in Minecraft.
I'm using that from now on.
Bro, I'm about to quit without saving.
No autosave either.
And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yeah. Let me just walk in there. Just move the body out the way real quick.
Hell of a stretch to me.
Not really.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
And then someone says shit.
If you're saying who the
And
Years of War t-shirt?
probably.
Yeah,
That
I
looks
saw
like.
that earlier.
That looks like the Years of War skull.
Well,
That totally is. What the fuck?
it's too bad he's about to die. Calling him a gamer would have been a fun bit.
They got 10% off.
10% off your purchase of Gears of War with code 11037.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, now the hair.
Is the hair. The
Yeah,
one
room cleanliness.
brand of hair.
Wait, what? What? What do you mean? I hate this game.
The thing Leon tried to get rid of.
The crystal ball.
Trash duty? Trash duty.
The burnt piece of shirt.
Yeah.
That would have been the piece in the incinerator, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should think about all your options before selecting.
That was literally the last thing that we figured out in the freaking
As the
thing.
killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator. But
That's why he's wearing the Gears of War shirt that he got 10% off.
And the killer didn't
Uh,
Wait, yeah, wait, was he always wearing that shirt before? Or was like that new?
What?
Was he?
No, he has the same sprite.
Oh, that would have been.
You gotta understand how much work it would be to draw a second model. That would be terrible.
A second sprite. Randomly, Leon's wearing a Gears of War t-shirt.
Come on, doesn't it make so much more sense that they just
Ugh, now I have to Photoshop.
use the same two poses?
Now I have to Photoshop the Gears of War logo onto Leon. Great, you're making more work.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. Just that one little chart.
Hang on, let me look to make sure I'm remembering this correctly.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand?
Yo, Jess, can you send me the screenshot really quickly of Mondo saying, "Oh shit"?
I didn't take it.
It's literally the Gears of War logo.
I can get it again later.
What if later was next, Smile?
What if later was now?
True.
I wonder if there's like objection.lol but for Danganronpa.
I think there is. I think I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah, Danganronpa people are nerds, so probably.
Well, here's him in the anime.
What's going on here?
I just watched a clip from the anime.
Wait, what anime?
The Danganronpa anime.
Wait, share it with us.
No, it has spoilers in it.
Oh.
You're stupid.
Share it us whenever we can.
Alright, let me look at images.
Wait, what are we
What
doing?
the greatest spoiler is that Dodrio's come into Smash.
But also, yeah, it's literally the Gears of War logo. Like, what the fuck? Why? Fucking cross promotion.
We could just be like... Just like poorly Photoshop it.
We don't need to, it's just the Gears of War logo.
No. Just like poorly Photoshop this image.
Wait, what image? Post in chat.
Yeah, I did. Oh, by the way, spoilers for the next area of the game, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just continue, okay? It's just...
I had literally no idea that was in the next area until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, hi,
you
Snappo.
spoiled it.
Who is watching anime? You can't watch that here. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
Well, we don't actually need when.
Yeah, where, I think? Right? Because it was dispensed in the incinerator? Is that right?
Wouldn't how make more sense?
Because you already know where.
Because isn't it more important to know? Yeah. Okay. Because it needs to be someone who's able to get in.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
And which he knows, because he's a murderer.
Be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Matt!
Okay, what the fuck are you doing, Matt?
Matt, you're gonna need to mute up. Though.
Matt, I swear to God, if you looked up the Danganronpa anime and you're watching it right now, I'm gonna kill you.
I
I know there's a Danganronpa anime. I have not watched it.
Alright, what are you watching?
Playing Genshin.
I'm not
Lord.
Then where's that audio coming
If you
from?
don't tell us what you're doing, we're gonna
ow.
assume you're playing Genshin Impact, so you better tell us. Because otherwise we're assuming the worst.
Actually, I think I know what it is.
What is it? What is it?
If you refuse to tell your generic anime noises, we're chill.
Generic anime.
Just tell us what you're watching, you coward.
Alright, reading
Not
dialogue.
that important.
I was reading dialogue in Genshin.
Yeah, I
Oh my
knew it.
fucking god.
You bloody cringe lord.
How do
Please
I
exit
block
the
Bloody.
scene
block
in
people in
Genshin.
How do you block people in Discord again?
Oh, yes, if you right click on them.
Don't block. Don't block.
Leon,
I'm not
there's a
actually going to do it. I was just saying that for a bit. Okay.
I'm waiting for Leon to die because
Here we go. Easy remove friend option.
I will fight you.
What, in Genshin? What a cringe platform to choose to fight.
I will download Pokemon Unite and fight you, Will.
Oh, I will literally 1v1 you. You will get rolled.
I will 2v1 you. I will make a second account.
Actually, to be fair, I could probably still roll you.
Oh my god, they're gonna
Never
use...
played Unite.
They're gonna... It's gonna be proven. Alright, look at these. Look at these.
I've won some 3v1s before. Which
Look at these bullets.
Okay, well, Shattered Crystal Ball, yeah.
It's gonna be a Shattered Crystal Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's gonna say, well, that can't. Well, that's
alright. That's true. That's true.
But that,
anyone who could get into
The incinerator.
The person. Yes, that is true. You'd have to get close to the
there we
incinerator.
go. This one's inaccurate.
I heard press the button.
None of us.
I did not say press the button, but I did say that this one was the one to do. So.
I heard press the button. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know who said it, but sure.
Josh, you're hallucinating.
But if you can't get
I mean, I said this is the one. I didn't say press the button. You know.
Well, when you say this is the one, that's the press button.
Well, yeah, if you're quoting correctly, good sir. That was my intent, but not my words.
Busted to hell. It was supposed to be a
It
crystal.
costs like $1 million. And now
Pokemon
I'm no longer a
Crystal
psychic
Ball.
Because I am now without my millions in fortune.
The killer had to use the ball in a certain way.
Divine with it, easy clap.
No.
Yeah, I mean, they.
Does anyone have any objections to divine with it?
No,
I
don't do
do
that.
not.
Alright.
No.
What about throw it?
We can get a life back pretty easily. We
Please
just click
don't.
I
It's
wanna
not.
throw.
It's not worth the bit.
But
Please,
it's-
just
but
throw it.
it's so fun.
No. It's not.
We're not gonna get any unique dialogue. It's not worth it.
There are a couple wrong answers that do get you unique dialogue, but they're not in this game, I don't believe.
Harry guessed us out of.
No,
out of
he just
potential
specifically said
content.
they're not in this game.
There's one in this game. There's one,
It could
and
have
it's
been
in
Divine.
chapter 5.
It's in chapter 5, so I was right.
I have, Josh, hush. You are disproving my facts and logic.
Oh my god, he was a pitcher. Because he played baseball. Oh my god.
Yeah, he played
I agree.
baseball.
Baseball players are the only people capable of throwing things.
In a perfect
I
trajectory.
think the point is that he's good at throwing.
Yes.
Yo,
What do you mean?
Leon
My teammates
absolutely
are
throwing
so
right
good at
now.
Throwing too, and I'm sure none of them play baseball.
that was the joke I was gonna make, but you made it so much better.
I got.
He was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Yes, we got that.
All they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in. Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to
What the hell is this? Facts and logic?
Danganronpa. Next question.
The shards of broken glass.
Where'd you get the glass ball
incinerator left running. The piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
So clearly it couldn't have been Leon, because if he's good at throwing, then he just wouldn't have, the entire shirt would have made it in.
Wait,
Shut
no,
up, you're right.
fuck
That's
up.
that logic right there.
The
He's terrible at it.
Oh, wait. No, I can actually dispute that. The updraft of the fire caused one of those pieces of the cloth to flow out.
I love video game logic.
Video game logic.
No, it's just the sleeve got caught and the rest of the shirt burned away, and then the small part of the sleeve just fell out.
I like
Let's just continue.
physics more.
I like to think the incinerator gremlin saved a piece.
Because the killer is Barney the dinosaur.
Please. I love
No
you.
cap on a stat.
The ultimate
We could blame Hifumi.
ultimate baseball star.
Please, just do the baseballs.
Please.
Is there any unique dialogue for any of these?
No,
Yeah,
there's no unique dialogue.
No, you say ultimate fanfic creator, and the unique dialogue is to go, we kill Hifumi.
We kill Hifumi, got it.
Any idea how stupid you sound right now?
It's actually very...
No, actually, Leon's correct here. He sounds stupid because he didn't say Leon, he said ultimate baseball player. Like, who asked?
Mauled, seethe, cope.
What is her expression?
She's a character.
She leans in and her eyes go super wide.
That sounds like something the killer would say.
That sounds like something the
This sounds like something George Costanza would say in my favorite television series, Jerry Seinfeld.
Hey Josh, is there a reason why all the characters are proportioned weird?
Is it the hair now? Is it finally the hair? Just like
What the hell do you mean, end it?
It means we kill you at midnight.
Say what you want, Liam, but all the questions have been answered and the truth has been revealed. Is this the end? Have we made it?
Closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more?
I would not like to.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing. In this phase, we'll give a complete summary of the case.
Oh my god.
You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book.
Are you
Wait,
fucking?
that is fantastic.
You have to make a comic
You
book.
understand? This is what we keep the writer and the fanfic writer here for.
I fucking hate this game.
However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels.
Actually, I like this. This is like a really convenient way for like the authors to be like, here, put like everything in like.
Yeah, I'm making sure that you understood everything.
I agree with
Yeah.
Ken. I just want to die.
You give a summary, you put it all in like one sort of cutscene.
I like how
comic
Taka's
book.
surrounded by the dead people.
Yeah.
Wait, why did that say climax?
Climax!
Is it Henry or Harry?
It's
Well, so, fun fact, the track that's playing right now is called Climax Reasoning, alright?
Explicitly posted it in the chat.
I don't
in the D&D
read-
chat.
in the D&D server?
Where?
Oh, I completely missed that.
What did you post?
Did no one of you see that?
What did you post? It's genuinely unsure what you posted.
I replied to it. Josh, can you go to D&D server and do exactly what I did? Can you just reply and type that for me? I just need like a wall.
See that?
That would imply we respect you. I'm kidding.
No, I read it. I read it, but genuinely I wasn't paying attention for half a second and I didn't know what you said.
So I'm not gonna lie. I saw any updates on availability and I skipped over what you said. I'm pretty sure this is a Photoshop you've done to my computer, because I swear, after any update on availability, I only saw Ian's message. I just completely skipped you.
That's amazing.
Oh my god. You Mandela affected yourself. Anyway, so fun fact, the reason it said Climax is because the title of the song playing right now is called Climax Reasoning.
Oh no.
Okay, that's because I asked why the screen said climax.
Yeah, anyway, anyway, you can go to any part of the comic book and you can put in
Why
panels.
is the comic backwards? That's unfortunate.
Why is it backwards indeed? All right.
Manga. It's because it's Japanese.
So where do these go?
Right. Well, the one all the way on the right goes in the first slot. That's season 5.
All right.
That's them going to the door. They get jumped. Oh, there's multiple. Okay.
Yeah. This mini game.
Him grabbing the sheep.
Oh my god. So yeah, he has to defend himself. Oh, he bumps
okay.
into, he
Wait.
bumps into the sword.
Stop scrolling. Arbitrary.
He bumps into the sword. He bumps into the sword.
Oh, can I tell you about how pissed off my dad gets when he's trying to when I'm on my computer and I'm on a web page and like it's completely normal for me to just like scroll up and down randomly, but he's like, stop it, stop moving.
Okay, my dad does the exact same thing. So I'm reading and I'm like, how long does it take? Okay.
No, I'm not even reading, and like I'm just scrolling up and down because I find it fun.
I'll scroll down past the irrelevant bit. Okay, so it's him bumping into the sword and then grabbing the sword sheet and blocking the knife.
Yep. And blocking.
All right.
And then breaks her wrist, so she drops the knife because her wrist got broken. Which would make it impossible for her to hold the sword.
Oh yeah, you can click on one of these to get a hint.
Why? That would be cheating.
Okay.
Oh wait,
It's her dropping.
what were you gonna say, Matt?
No.
We
said she dropped the knife like.
It's even in the same like motion lines actually.
That is
Yeah. Oh, that's literally.
All right, what's
You
next?
skip forward.
You skipped a bit.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. We need the killer picking up the knife.
Alright.
Wait, keep.
Yeah, I have no idea with this one actually. Maybe
that
click
one,
on it?
Yep. It's the doorknob.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but we'll see if there's a slot for it further. Yes.
Wait a second. Oh,
Right
it's
there, and-
Why did Leon then go out of his way to kill her? He didn't need to.
Yeah, it's because he.
tried to kill him.
Well, he could have not killed her. He could have just told people, "Hey, Sayaka tried to kill me."
Look, man, it's an eye for an eye, an attempt for an attempt, and he's just built different. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Click on that hint. You click on that hint.
The hint for what? This hint?
Blue circle there. After she was stabbed, Sayaka used the last of her strength to leave some. Okay. So it's that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Go back. I think we might have gotten something wrong then, because we never went over like how he broke into there.
All right, let's see what the hint is.
Okay. Well. Okay. So.
Yeah, no,
So
so we got it wrong.
this is the doorknob with the.
I'd like to point out that the panel you used was this one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You were wrong with that.
It was blocked.
It's the one with the screwdriver.
You were just on it, Josh.
There you go. Alright. Do we all agree with that?
Now she's dead. I kind of like the style of these comic panels.
I like it too.
Next up
Okay,
would be...
so this right here, this is cleaning up, yeah?
He grabbed
Well, no,
the
isn't it?
roller.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
let's check it, because
it's
it's either
grabbing
cleaning
the
up,
lint
it's either... Because
It
either
is
cleaning up or
grabbing
it's
the
her
lint
writing.
He has the lint roller.
We already did her writing.
Okay, got it then, yeah.
And then this is the
Glass ball.
incinerator. So,
Glass ball.
yeah, he needs the crystal ball.
Yeah, you can see him throwing it. In the
Item
panel.
get.
Item get. And then he throws the item into the incinerator.
Yeah.
It's all the
You don't
way.
need hints. This is real.
Hey.
And then it's gonna
Look
be
at this face.
a bit of shirt.
Yeah, a bit of shirt.
And then, oh. And
Do you see how that worked?
So we just don't use all of these.
Do you see how that worked? It was hanging outside and then it fell off.
How about that?
Here's exactly what happened.
Why did they make
Yo,
it?
dude, that's what I'm saying every time I update the autopsy report.
Yo, there are there are. You know what? I can't guarantee that there's no updated autopsy reports. Monokuma's kind of an asshole.
I actually kind of like this comic style right here.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Why do they make Leon look like such a psychopath?
Oh, well, it's because they don't fill in who the killer is until the end of the thing, even though we've already established.
Oh, fuck.
We got that one wrong. So it's that then, right? Wait, what's the other clues that we have? If there's any others.
Why did they do that? Let's scroll through. Let's scroll through.
Okay, yeah. It's the sword.
I guess that's the only one that makes sense then, I guess.
What is even happening in that panel?
That feels incorrect.
Yeah, that feels weird.
Because we haven't gotten a.
I'd also like to point out that her dropping the knife is literally in the panel right next to it.
Yeah, but that one, none of the others make sense. Like, I don't understand what's going on there.
Yeah, it was kind of hard for this.
But yeah, it did launch her, but what the fuck?
Why would you? Because that panel should be earlier. Because that's them.
I'm going to shoot myself. I'm going to quit without saving.
Is the logic literally just like, well, you see, they're holding the sword after the hit, and then you see her in the corner holding it. That's probably that just feels like a worse explanation.
So instead,
Am I the only one that feels bad for Leon though? Because technically he was gonna get killed.
Look at that neck.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her.
Why didn't he just stab her multiple times?
And with that, all her strength was gone.
Yeah, because she's dead.
She died after he intimidatingly stared at her.
Began destroying the evidence.
Disrobing casually.
Covered in their victim's blood.
I wonder if he did this all naked.
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Yeah, he did a really horrible job though.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left.
This game is really just carried by its presentation, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's the main thing that makes it worthwhile.
I promise some of the mysteries are interesting.
Yeah.
And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Because they throw ball good.
Crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Damn. Rip Leon.
There's still one minigame we haven't done yet, and I'm super excited.
Why does he have like 50 piercings in his ear?
You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
Oh, when you
So,
get to
Leon,
wash his
Do you
clothes.
object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object. Of course I do. I object. I object. I object.
Object harder.
When Leon does an impersonation of women,
No,
Oh,
Karen.
no.
Karen specifically.
I gotta follow my schedule. Chase women at night.
chase women at night.
Have you seen that image?
Yeah,
I love that image.
my workout schedule.
Yeah, my workouts. I'll post it in the thing.
Leon obviously using the most indisputable debate tactic, which is don't listen to anything. Don't listen to anything your opponent says.
Yeah, anyway, here's the image I was talking about.
Why do you just have that saved?
No, I just found it on Google. I just Googled it quickly.
Break day, hide in plain sight, learn their running routes. Times 200.
I love that image.
I love
What else,
the
you know,
Arnold. In the
Yeah, I just
background.
searched chase women at night. It was one of the first things that came up.
Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Bullet time battle.
Not at all.
Not at all. It's mostly me.
No, you just don't feel like doing it.
Oh yeah, I already know how to do it.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
He's gone
stupid.
insane. He finally snapped. Oh, we gotta do another one. Is this the end, Josh? Is this the final
Where's your
one?
proof? You kidding me?
Wait, this is a rhythm game?
What the fuck?
You lost.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
What am I watching?
You lost.
This is a visual novel.
I am
Not a chance.
so concerned.
It wasn't me. Stupid. You lost.
Why is this how they did it?
What is happening?
Not a chance.
I'm not even hitting on the balls. I think that's okay. They finally punished me.
Where's your proof?
Wait, what were you doing?
All right, let's just fire this bullet. Oh.
Oh.
This should prove it.
You almost just got killed. Aim shot.
Yo, mind break tag. There was only one bullet. There was only one bullet. There was only one bullet, so that was the only bullet.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
That is terrible.
Why? We don't need to discuss
I just got.
this.
I can't believe that we just got flashbanged by that mini game and then continue on as if nothing happened.
You know the bit I don't get is we did a closing argument. You would assume we'd be done, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And not have to play DDR.
Remember at the beginning of the trial when I was like, "Yeah, you have to play DDR." I was not joking.
I fucking hate this game.
You gotta remember, Josh says.
I assume you were correct, but just goddamn.
With the toolkit
Josh,
in my
Josh like the foreshadow.
It's a fucking jump scare. What the fuck?
The culprit didn't know it was your
Reno was just like, you sounded so confused and scared.
Fear, horror, even.
Always got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one on them.
Downright flabbergasted.
Then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Yours, you nitwit.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
I agree with Leon, you're
Stupid,
stupid.
stupid, stupid, stupid.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Why he doesn't show evidence of what he uses it for? What if he's into some?
Where and why.
Yeah, what else would he use a screwdriver?
He's like, oh, then I'd have to explain what I did with my screwdriver last night. I'd rather die.
Oh no.
Yeah, look at fucking Genshin players.
Like, I forgot.
I flushed it down the toilet.
I forgot my. I'm not gonna make that joke.
And you could never take me while you play Genshin. You were too shackled by your sins.
My sin. Oh my god, the face.
He's turning into Jello. He's melting.
He's
Average Leon expression.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem
No rebuttal.
arms. It just looks like a rant Sona.
No, that totally is. That's what he is. That's what he is. That's him.
I'm confused what this means, but alright.
That's our score. We get money.
Yo, we got 97.
Yeah, we can get so much. We can get so many gifts.
Looks like you've reached your
Looks like. Oh, right. They're still voice acting.
Use it to make your selection.
I like how he's like, use a lever. And I'm like, there's several options.
Wait, there's multiple levers.
Hit the lever.
Make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
I don't know why. I don't know. Why did he like devolve into a Larry the Cable Guy? Like, I don't know why we didn't just get touch screens for this. I don't know why we didn't just get touch screens. I don't know why I defaulted to levers. I think touch screens would have been better. I guess I gotta talk to my evil contractor, huh?
Okay, this bit is.
In the third game, they have touch
I would
screens.
say evil contract. that implies that like it's an entire separate industry where like you have good contractors who won't do certain contracting work, and you have evil contractors who won't do like just regular contracting work.
Mm-hmm. They only work for
Average
evil.
Danganronpa experience.
Who is guilty?
Alright, let's vote
We
for...
play slots. For
Taka! Let's go!
Guilty.
He's like, you fools! I did it the whole time!
That'd be too fantastic.
Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money! The Blacken in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon!
I feel like we can let him get away with this. It was in self-defense.
Huh?
This is actually kind of sad. Like, genuinely.
Why?
I mean,
He killed someone. That's not morally correct.
He killed someone.
I'm inclined to disagree.
Also, he knew the rules.
Sayaka tried to kill someone and died.
He knew the rules. He knew the rules.
So did,
Yeah,
Let's
but he
just
probably
continue.
wasn't going there to kill Sayaka in the first place.
yeah, I mean, he didn't show up with a weapon.
We have dialogue now, remember this. We have to act.
That would be epically cringe.
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Yes, you did. You really did.
Yeah, that actually is kind of true.
You really had a choice.
You had a choice in this context.
So that's why I killed him first.
Larry the Cable Guy.
I am so happy that he's gonna die quickly so we don't have to deal with this voice anymore.
Different. One wrong step and you'll be the one standing.
I'm gonna miss Leon's voice. It was fantastic. We never got the Leon country song.
It was a complete dead chance that I wound up like this.
Just do Country Roads right now.
Got the old town.
It's wrong. You did it wrong.
He's singing
Moving on.
Roads as he dies.
It was just unlucky, that's all.
Oh, he's actually.
He's the ultimate unlucky student. Oh, it's like a foil character.
Come on! Hey, come on. Look, maybe just accept my death.
I swear to God, if the fire alarm goes off again, I'm gonna be pissed. That was just thunder, though.
Alright.
Everything's become clear. I can't see anything.
Hold on. Everything's become clear.
Oh my god.
Actually,
this-
good.
Now
I
take
give you
this
credit.
time,
That was a good
everybody.
bit.
Now take
I'll
this
give you-
time, everybody, to use code 1103 on your
To get 10% off,
Next
Danganronpa S.
Okay, let's continue.
everything was clear. The decision we made was right and wrong. Wow. When I think about that,
Code 11037 saved my marriage.
wait, did someone type that in chat?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh,
Oh.
well. Because
Who else would be this based?
is
But
Sayaka was trying to frame me. Oh, poor Makoto has to find out. But why? Even if that's
because it's so easy to take you.
I can't say she was wrong.
Are
What?
you, Makoto, you fucking simp.
After all, Mastermind.
Wait, we can't
You
say that
and
on Twitch.
Sayaka. Sayaka's
Fuck.
just calling him
All
slurs
because
in
of
the
that-
back of his
All
mind.
because of that video.
Dead. Hey, remember this?
Makoto couldn't handle seeing all the ripped up furniture.
Hey,
It was terrible.
I forgot of that bit was awesome. I love that broken furniture bit.
Oh, so Avery was in chat when we were watching Makoto's video, and Makoto was like, no, I can't believe it, and, well, his family wasn't there, so it clearly had to be all the destroyed furniture that was ripping him up.
I believe it was mansplaining broken furniture.
Yeah. No, one of my favorite ones was, like, Sayaka was freaking out, she's like, and everyone was like, a woman could never know half the pain a man does when he sees broken furniture. I loved it.
If I was there, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine.
Hey, idiot, this is a live feed. You're seeing the video, right? But this is also a live feed. I'm puppeting her around. This is a crime against nature.
This is her dead corpse.
The power of cryogenics is amazing.
I couldn't imagine her freaking out and saying, lifting her left hand over her heart, saying in private, I, Sayaka, will kill someone to get out of here. I can't believe she'd do it.
One thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends.
Oh my god, Makoto, you fucking nerd.
To have to see something like that happen to them.
Yeah, I like how he can't imagine that Leon has any of those aspirations.
Oh, if you do his free time events, he really doesn't. He has zero aspirations.
Wait,
Leon.
I figured, but
Leon is a total loser.
Oh, that makes sense. This is honestly...
No, Leon deserves it. If you play the Danganronpa bonus game where they all wear swimsuits, and you play Leon and you do his bonus events, it's literally all of them are just other characters shitting on him. It's amazing. I love that. I loved doing Leon's bonus events in that game because they're incredible. They're all the same thing. And it's just other people telling him he sucks.
Yeah, Leon's just a big punching bag.
This guy's just the walking L. Oh my god.
He is a walking L.
That's why she betrayed me. So when she said, I love how he was even the first person that was gonna get killed. Or was targeted. He was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place?
Women, am I right?
in his ear. No, yeah, that's what I was doing. You. I was
Yeah,
using you.
yeah, totally.
I was using you. Okay.
easy clap.
There's nothing I can do to ask her what she was. Yeah, she's dead.
This bit has unintentionally made this game so much funnier.
There's
I can
nothing
to
I can
ask
do.
her.
You realize I'm right here, right?
Yeah.
Once you're dead, that's that. Excuse me.
She just wasn't
I
psychic.
feel like the game is actively reciprocating our bit right now.
That's how you know
It's
she's
yes
dead.
anding. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness.
Yeah, she ain't gonna last long. What did you say?
And weren't you listening, idiot? Fucking what I just said is what I said. Pay attention next time. I understand, really I do. Yup. You're in utter despair.
Robot genocide there probably isn't very sane either, so yeah, you do understand.
Yeah. I look like a cookie. Don't you know those cookies that are like one half white and one half black? I'm like one of those.
Oh.
That represents the schizophrenia.
Wait, I looked those up
And
recently.
the rabies pride flag.
True.
They're called tiny teddies. Wait, they're called tiny teddies.
Oh my fucking god. No way.
Is Monokuma actually just a cookie?
He's literally. No, I will look. Reno, look.
No, don't actually look it up. I'm sure it's full of spoilers.
No, I mean.
A tiny teddy is like a cookie. It's like a tiny, like, cracker cookie or something.
Oh, wait, no, it's not that.
Whoa, Matt, you can't say that on Twitch.
I will.
Bro.
Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Hey, Makoto, why don't you try handling despair and nuts?
Wait. I found Monokuma.
No. Oh my god, stop Googling! Stop using Google.
You don't trust me Googling?
I don't!
Stop screwing with that. This is all your fault. I read it. I read the line.
Yeah, continue.
Does Monokuma
Okay, let's continue.
die?
Stop Googling!
Stop!
Read your goddamn line.
I just read it.
Seriously though, stop googling. I don't want us to be spoiled
Okay.
anything.
Everything.
Hey, have you seen the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once? I know that came out in 2022, but
I need to watch
this
that.
game came out in 2010. But it's good enough that I'm gonna shill it anyway.
Yeah, I should watch that. I've heard it's really good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It cheats though. It uses Claire de Lune, which is cheating.
What? It's all your fault.
Suddenly, in a frenzy.
No! Don't, Makoto, you're going to die!
I lunged at Monokuma, but
That's enough.
That's enough.
Thank you.
as angry as I was, Kyoko latched into my arm without hesitation. New waifu unlocked. Her grip was like iron, strong enough. I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Let's just...
Damn it.
There we go.
Delayed.
That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did. Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment. Punishment?
Oh wait, he's still alive. But Pan is
Matt, stop Googling things! For Christ's sake.
I'm not googling.
Yes, you are!
You gotta understand. It is so much healthier than him playing Genshin Impact.
No! I would rather he play Genshin than Google.
Oh, well, that is just simply incorrect.
If I had to uninstall... If I had to uninstall one thing on Matt's computer, it would not be Genshin, it would be Google Chrome.
Just
Oh, that's That's true. There is the no other browsers to have ever
Josh.
existed. So
Yeah?
if you get the one, it's gotta be Genshin.
Josh, you forget also. I don't use Google. I use Bing.
Oh right.
I'm
I
going
would
to
just
assault you
I
in Minecraft. There's no way.
You are an irredeemable person.
Matt, I swear to God, you're finding spoilers.
Bro, next you're gonna tell me your OS is Linux.
No. He doesn't use Linux. He's not smart enough to use Linux.
Bro, I used to use Linux and that shit was awful.
I thought it was called Linux. You mean
Linux tech tips.
Hold on, let me pull up that one image. Hang on.
Yo, is that Scott the Woz?
11037. You can save 10% off all execution tools.
Wait a second.
Wait a second. I don't have a choice. I have to kill it. I mean, yeah, that's it. I was to prepare myself in the heat of the moment for self-defense.
I mean, he is spitting facts.
How exactly?
Self-defense? Because if he starts turning around and leaving, she could just attack him with the knife again.
How exactly was it self-defense?
She has another hand.
When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
So she doesn't come for it. Oh.
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So that's why.
No.
Why did he say so that's why? Oh, that was Makoto, wasn't it?
Stop it.
The voice acting up now.
Oh, too bad, Makoto. There's like 5 more chapters. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, would you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand?
Yeah, I mean, Makoto.
Matt, get off Google. Get off Bing.
Get off whatever the fuck you're on. I will.
Get off Genshin Impact.
I'm on
permanently.
Amazon. I'm on
Exit,
Matt, I will Genshin Impact your skull
God,
into the ground.
Do it, Josh. I was about to make that joke.
But actually, we do need to hurry. I only have like, I only have like 15 minutes.
I can't say Leon is always on. I was looking up Junko figures.
I fucking.
Stop looking up figures. We have to finish the game first.
Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka.
Oh my fucking god.
Keep reading, I swear to God.
I'm going to eviscerate you.
Is him.
You were going to
What?
experience the heat death of the universe early.
I saw a Chiaki bunny figure and I got the
That's just not what Makoto's saying.
Matt, alright? Get off Amazon.
10% off your Junko figure with code 110.
Matt,
God, shop on your own time.
get off Amazon.
If you don't continue, I'm going to search and send you some of the most vile images I can find.
Talking, I can't read.
Oh, like anything from Genshin Impact.
Never would happen to Sayaka. There we go.
Also, Matt, send me the link to that figure, by the way.
Josh, God fucking damn it. Don't encourage him.
We should be putting the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
I wouldn't necessarily call him a mastermind.
Uh-oh, did you awaken your sense of justice? Too bad.
Punishable by death here.
Justice doesn't appear in the script like 50 billion times, unlike hope or despair. Well, it just so happens there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. Just look at Taka.
Kill yourself now.
He's speaking facts.
Hello, dear God. This guy's Monokuma's like, sorry, there's no room in the theming for justice. It's only hope and despair. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world.
I'm
Is it-
always calling Batman evil.
Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you?
Yeah, I mean, on God, though, he does not know.
Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
What BDSM? I'm begging you, please don't do this.
No more begging! No more excuses! You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Please.
Now then,
I know it's voice acting.
very special punishment.
Oh, for Leon Guada, the ultimate baseball star.
Oh, this is.
He doesn't deserve
You're too weak-willed.
Here's the thing: is that by my actual philosophy, no one.
I hope it's good. Josh, you do not understand how badly I want this to be good. I've waited so long for a murder.
Hey, here's the thing, jokes aside, my philosophy, I don't think anyone deserves to die, so.
Well, that's true, but Leon is a fictional character, so he can die. Like, no, the amount of people alive before and after the execution is the same number of people.
the execution.
We can debate the morality of capital punishment.
This one's not that surprising for me. I've seen this execution like 50 times.
I have not. Oh, that's so good.
This is Matt spoils himself on everything.
He's literally going to die just from that. He's not gonna make it. He's gonna have to be dragged across the floor.
Oh, this one is gonna be so bad.
Let's go.
Is that a?
That's a machine gun.
He dies to baseballs.
Because remember, he hates baseball.
No 1,000 below.
Yo, he's gonna get blown to death.
Oh, that is such a genuinely an awful way to die. That is such a bad way to die.
Dude, when that hits his face and he can't block it, that is permanent damage.
I think death is permanent damage.
That is such an awful way to die. Holy shit.
Internal bleeding moment, be like.
He's dead. He has to be dead.
I like how they all watched that calmly, like sociopaths. But when Junko died,
I don't think they were calm.
Wait,
does these look like
at the
calm?
ending.
Look at these very calm faces.
Wait, look
Like how Monokuma was shown for the reaction. He's like, holy shit, I didn't think it was that bad.
Wait, Monokuma's like, no, you gotta understand, this wasn't meant to kill him. It was a punishment.
That was only like part 2 of 50.
Yeah, look at them, perfectly calm. Look how calm they are.
Wait, yeah.
Yo, Hero in the background is yicking out. Totally.
Oh no, he is!
That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Kill yourself.
You could call it...
Whoa! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
Oh my god.
I mean, I feel like it doesn't take much adrenaline for that. Monokuma's like 2 inches tall.
Oh, what's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I'm gonna quit it without saving.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Chihiro. You'll be fine. All you have to do is kill someone and not get caught, and then you don't have to deal with it.
Well, hey, if you don't like it,
I'm gonna merge without looking.
all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. It's that simple.
I feel like Monokuma just wants friends. That's what this whole thing's for. He just wants them to be like, no, we'll stay and hang out.
I don't think that's it, but
that's my headcanon now. He's like, all you have to do is just stay here forever, and we can vibe. I got food. You got beds. The door is locked if you're privileged. It's great.
But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Based Monokuma. I don't know what to tell you. He knows how to make lifetime friends.
like I imagine these are a bunch of like multiple famous people here. Like, do you really think you could easily?
Blood.
Yeah, like, I feel like you can only kidnap these people for so long.
Wait,
The
you
police
gotta
will show up eventually.
Well, you gotta understand, he pushed over Sayaka's friends, and he tore up Makoto's furniture. He's unhinged.
Why the F are you doing all this evil
And-
to us?
And Monokuma's like, use code 11037 to open up the door. Evil, you make it sound like I'm some sort of dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Exactly.
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. Hifumi Yamada.
Why are you putting on outstanding young citizens like me to such a grueling ordeal? Do you even touch grass?
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible.
Hey, I don't think what you're saying is what I'm saying. Keep it together. You piece of... I don't know who you are, and I don't know where you live, but I will find you.
I have a very specific lack of skills. I will never be able to find you.
Leon be like...
You must really hate me to get so angry,
Let
huh?
me find the whole Family Guy clip.
Yeah, I knew.
But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't come free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame.
Monokuma, shut the fuck up.
Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you?
Found it.
Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. This is a guarantee, actually. I can guarantee it. Money back with code 11037.
Exactly. You know what? You can use code 11037 to get 10% off all the replacement furniture Monokuma destroyed at IKEA.
You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here together?
That's foreshadowing something.
What are you trying to say?
Foreshadowing something.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Oh no.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some fun for later.
Is there actually like some sort of secret society going on here?
That would require this game to do something.
Just like that.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping at something like that. That actually would make this a lot more interesting.
You love this thing.
If it's not just one serial killer, like it's some sort of like secret society or some shit.
Oh, so it's like a kaiji type thing?
I don't know. That would require me to believe Monokuma couldn't do this
that's
all
another
on his
thing
own.
That's another thing I need to watch. Kaiji. That show's really good.
Yeah, that show slaps.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
I assume not in terms of domestic violence. That would cringe.
From what I know of it, I wouldn't be surprised if there's domestic violence in Kaiji. Actually.
Everyone just lost their sense.
That's a dark show, from what I know.
It's like poor people risk their lives for money. It's like Squid Game, but before Squid Game.
It's basically Squid Game. It's basically a Squid Game anime.
Squid Game!
Wait, there's a mod here?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my god!
And me.
Their faces were stone. Voices dead.
Their voice is dead.
Mom spaghetti.
Me's weak arms get heavy.
Wait, it was in that
vomit on my sweater already.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second?
It actually is.
She moved in close and whispered into my ear. Oh?
Hey, are you doing anything Friday night?
No.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh fuck, I need to restart my computer.
Sayaka.
I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen,
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself.
want me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Also, she knew from the beginning. Thought would never even cross my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target.
Oh, Makoto, did I forget to mention that I betrayed you? Sorry. Sorry about
I
that.
was just using you, like, straight up. Like, I have no actual feelings for you.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. Exactly! That's what I've been telling him. And Kyoko's like, man, you look like you're listening to someone else right now. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? How did she know? How did she know? She knows things about you that you don't even know. It's true.
What the hell? Huh? You can't just say something.
How does he know?
How do you know? I mean, there's no way you can know that. Well, Sayaka would know.
I mean, you literally can. She's psychic.
Yo, but it's true. I was thinking about how much you suck.
I was thinking about what a terrible friend you are.
Couldn't even save me from murder. Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. Ah, that's true.
Oh yeah, that actually is a good point, because she wrote down Leon. Huh.
So...
I mean... No, I mean, that one's not necessarily true.
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves that she didn't care what happened here. She never would have left that message, and she never would have taken up residence inside your head.
Actually, since
That does not mean anything about Makoto. That just means she got killed, and she was salty, and went, nah, it was Leon. It doesn't have to do anything with
Also,
Makoto.
it could be, she could care, since everyone would die if the wrong person was convicted, then it was like, if she cared about literally anyone, she would have written that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think if she cared about being killed, she would have written that.
Yeah, that as well.
So, I don't... and also, if that's protective of everyone, because that also still doesn't mean she specifically did it for Makoto.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, so... There's actually, like, just no shot.
Yeah, no shot.
But in this case, in our headcanon, it does turn out to be true.
Well, no, it is true in this game, but in our headcanon it isn't, I think is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's true in the game, but we know.
Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person that killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility.
I mean, it's our fault. We did make Sayaka go crazy.
But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
True, she didn't have enough commitment. I'm always in the act of stabbing someone and pulling out halfway.
It's almost ironic when you think about it.
Oh, the one way you know how to pull out.
What do you mean? I'm the worst pullout, man. I never finish.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon. Keep moving forward. No mention of Junko. No mention.
No, that's true. Makoto can justify this. He could call them Jews.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such desperate situations.
For context, Makoto is a canon Nazi. Just to clarify.
Canon.
Canon, but like that's the bit we've made.
No, canon. Game theory.
All bits are canon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game Theory. I'm Matt Pat, for certain. Definitely not someone doing an impression of Matt Pat.
We're sponsored by Game.
You don't sound like enough of a theater kid.
Use code 11037 at the merch store to get 10% off your Game Theory merch.
You know what? I believe you.
I believe you're the real Matt Pat.
I believe him, and I'm gonna go use that code right now at www.mattpatsmerch.com.
That's murder.
I'm going to carry them with me for the rest
Computer
of my
just
life.
explodes.
Who owns that? Who owns that domain? And I hope, because like it's definitely not him.
Can we own that domain?
How can I possibly move past something like
Josh, you gotta understand. When you make merch, that's the domain.
It's www dot. It's audible but spelled wrong. It's ODDIBLE.
Fantastic, and you can use code 11037 for 10% off any item in store.
No, 1%
except the
off.
most expensive ones.
1% off.
Yeah, true. You could save pennies with this.
Well, I have high expectations for you.
She's like, I have high expectations.
She really is the
You have
smallest
plot
child. Yo, she smiled for once. Let's go. New waifu.
She's like, you have plot armor, so I need to tell you how to be a detective before they
Yeah,
kill you.
I have to get you
They're
on my
smart at
side.
all.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka?
Oh, well.
It's the pressing
I'm a
issue.
psychic. Oh, no.
What?
Are you
Huh?
fucking kidding me?
Oh, my God. I want that.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god,
He stole the joke.
Supposed to be a totally cute callback ruined by the fact that we know this is Sayaka possessing him? Classic.
Yeah. The game is validating our bit.
The game is really validating. The game is consistently validating all of our bits.
Oh, 12 students left.
Yo,
Damn, that is like at least 6 too many. We should work on that.
I'm about to blow $130 on
Spare bat.
Spare nuts.
May, don't blow $130 away. You could, $13 less because it's 10% off using code 11037.
Yo, you're right. You're right, Will. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we're going to bed. Oh no, wait. We have to go in the bathroom.
Can we end the game here, Smile? Because it's
What?
chapter 2.
Not that.
Alright, we'll end it on this screen. You can't stay up till 2 again?
No. That was an exception I got for the Soul Link.
Oh, why did you get it for that and not anything else?
Yes.
Wait, does he need to be here?
Not a permanent thing.
Yes.
I could be here on my phone, but I feel like we got to chapter 2, we finished the trial, I feel like this is a good stopping point.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Finally did it. We finally did it.
Yo, chapter 2.
Alright, chat, and remember, before we go, using code 11037, literally anywhere will save you up to $1. Possibly.
$1.
And technically, that is true. You could save up to $1 by using that code in any location.
It is technically possible.
Oh, right. I have to move move everything back into the right place.
Did you end stream yet?
No.
Did you? Oh.
Please. Mate, you're ruining the VOD that you gotta upload to YouTube.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This is still content.
I mean, it is. It's fantastic content, but it's content